What if everything you knew, your home, your family, your entire city, could disappear in just 1 second? In August 1945, during World War II, that unimaginable scenario became reality. Not once, but twice. The cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were transformed in an instant, forever changing the course of human history. A normal morning before the end. On August 6, 1945, Hiroshima woke up to what seemed like an ordinary day. The sun rose gently over the city. Children prepared for school, workers headed to their jobs, and families went about their routines. There was no warning, no sirens, no signs that history was about to take a dark turn. High above the city, however, something unusual was happening. An American B-29 bomber known as Enola Gay was flying toward Hiroshima. On board was a weapon unlike anything the world had ever seen before, an atomic bomb named Little Boy. At exactly 8:15 a.m., the bomb was released. It fell silently for about 43 seconds. Then, a flash, brighter than the sun. In less than a single second, an enormous explosion ripped through the city. Temperatures soared to thousands of degrees. Buildings evaporated, steel melted. Shadows of people were burned into walls. Around 70,000 people died instantly. But death was only the beginning. The invisible enemy. Those who survived the initial blast faced something far more terrifying: radiation. An unseen, silent force. People began to suffer from burns, sickness, and internal damage. Hair fell out, skin peeled. Many who seemed fine at first began to collapse days later. Hospitals were overwhelmed, doctors were helpless, and the city was reduced to chaos. This wasn't just destruction, it was suffering that stretched on for years. A second strike. Just when it seemed like the world had witnessed the worst, it happened again. On August 9, 1945, another American bomber approached Japan, this time targeting the city of Nagasaki. The bomb dropped that day was even more powerful than the first. It was called Fat Man. At 11:02 a.m., the sky over Nagasaki exploded in a blinding flash. Another city, gone in seconds. Approximately 40,000 people were killed instantly. Fires spread rapidly, buildings collapsed, lives were erased. History had repeated itself, twice in just 3 days. The decision behind the bombs. The use of atomic bombs was ordered by U.S. President Harry S. Truman. At the time, the war in the Pacific was still ongoing. Japan had not surrendered, and an invasion of the Japanese mainland was expected to cost hundreds of thousands of lives, both American and Japanese. Truman believed that using the atomic bomb would force Japan to surrender quickly, avoiding a prolonged and even bloodier conflict. It was a decision that remains one of the most controversial in history. The end of war. After the destruction of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan could no longer continue. On August 15, 1945, Emperor Hirohito announced Japan's surrender. For the first time in history, his voice was broadcast to the nation. He spoke of enduring the unbearable and accepting defeat. With that, World War II finally came to an end, but peace came at a devastating cost. The aftermath. The destruction didn't end with the explosions. In the months and years that followed, survivors known as hibakusha continued to suffer. Many developed cancers and chronic illnesses due to radiation exposure. Families were torn apart, entire communities were erased. Children were born with health complications, survivors faced discrimination and psychological trauma. Hiroshima and Nagasaki became living reminders of what nuclear weapons can do. A global warning. The bombings marked the beginning of the nuclear age. For the first time in humanity, had created a weapon capable of destroying entire cities in seconds. and since then, nations around the world have built even more powerful nuclear arsenals. The events of Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve as a warning, a reminder of the consequences of unchecked power and conflict. Legacy and memory. Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki have been rebuilt. They are modern, vibrant cities, but they have not forgotten their past. Memorials stand where destruction once ruled. One of the most powerful is the Hiroshima Peace Memorial, a structure left in ruins to remind future generations of what happened. Every year, ceremonies are held to honor the victims and promote peace. The message is clear: never again. Final reflection. Voiceover ending. Hiroshima and Nagasaki are not just chapters in a history book. They are warnings. Warnings of what happens when humanity's greatest inventions are used for destruction instead of progress. Because in a world armed with nuclear weapons, it doesn't take a long war to change everything. It only takes 1 second.